What if the biggest danger in Season 9 of The Rookie isn't Everett escaping custody again, but the emotional damage he's already caused inside the team? After that explosive finale, it feels like nobody is truly safe anymore. And honestly, the next season could completely change the future of the series. The finale looked like it was heading toward a hopeful ending, especially with Tim and Lucy finally getting engaged, but the show pulled the rug out from under everyone in the final minutes. And now fans are left wondering just how far Everett is willing to go for revenge. Season 8 pushed every character to their limit, but Everett's storyline was on another level entirely. Even while locked up, he somehow managed to control events from behind bars like he was always 3 steps ahead of the LAPD. The finale proved that perfectly during the prison transfer operation. The FBI and LAPD prepared for the worst possible scenario, because they knew Everett's people would probably attack during transport. Security was massive, officers were everywhere, and the convoy looked almost impossible to break through. But somehow, Everett's crew still turned the entire operation into total chaos. The ambush sequence honestly felt like something out of an action movie. First, a truck covered the road with sharp metal spikes, instantly wrecking the convoy's movement and creating panic everywhere. Then came the craziest part. A helicopter suddenly appeared carrying a giant industrial magnet, meant to lift the prison transport vehicle. That moment was absolutely wild because it showed just how organized and fearless Everett's network really is. Even though the team eventually recaptured him, the entire situation made Everett look more powerful than ever. At this point, it feels like he's not just targeting individual officers anymore. He's targeting the entire foundation of the LAPD team itself. At the same time, the emotional fallout inside the station may actually be even more dangerous. Wes deciding to work with Malcolm created one of the most uncomfortable conflicts of the season. Even though Wes only agreed because he wanted evidence against Malcolm, Tim saw the entire thing as a betrayal. Their confrontation at the station was honestly painful to watch because you could tell both of them respected each other. But Everett's influence has poisoned everything around them. Tim telling Wes that he needed to follow visitor rules from now on showed how deeply trust has been damaged. And honestly, I don't think that friendship will recover easily in Season 9. But then came the moment fans had been waiting years to see. Tim finally proposed to Lucy. After all the heartbreak, awkward timing, and emotional struggles between them, seeing Ford finally happy together felt incredibly satisfying. For a few minutes, it honestly seemed like the finale was finally allowing these characters to breathe and enjoy their happiness. The proposal scene felt warm, emotional, and hopeful in a way the show rarely allows anymore. But of course, the peace didn't last long. The ending twist completely changed the mood of the episode. That innocent-looking couple congratulating Tim and Lucy suddenly turned into one of the scariest reveals of the season, when it became clear they were secretly connected to Everett. The realization that Everett's people were already close enough to target Tim and Lucy during such a personal moment made the threat feel terrifyingly real. And now the biggest mystery going into Season 9 is what Everett's actual plan really is. Is he trying to psychologically destroy the team before launching something even bigger? Because honestly, it feels like this war is only beginning. One thing I seriously hope the writers avoid is using Lucy purely as emotional tragedy for Tim's storyline. Fans have invested too much into Ford for the relationship to end in such a predictable way. Instead, Season 9 could make them stronger together, while forcing both of them to survive Everett's revenge side by side. That would honestly create a much more emotional and satisfying storyline. Another major moment in the finale involved Miles, and honestly, his story was one of the saddest parts of the episode. After a suspect somehow gained access to a hidden gun and opened fire, Miles immediately became the center of the investigation. Even though he insisted he performed the search correctly, everyone started questioning what really happened. Thankfully, Nyla eventually discovered that another suspect had hidden the weapon earlier in the holding area, proving Miles wasn't responsible at all. But even after being cleared, he still suffered the consequences. The fact that Miles couldn't officially graduate because of missing hours was honestly heartbreaking. All season long he's been trying to prove himself, and every time he gets close to success, something goes wrong. Still, Nyla supporting him and promising to recommend him for early graduation showed that the team believes in his future. And honestly, I think Season 9 could finally turn Miles into one of the show's most important new characters. He has a lot of potential, especially if the writers give him a more personal storyline connected to the growing chaos inside the department. As for Season 9 itself, the good news is that ABC already renewed the series, which means the story is definitely continuing. Based on the release pattern of recent seasons, there's a strong chance the next season could arrive sometime in early 2027. And after a finale like that, the wait is going to feel incredibly long for fans. Right now, Season 9 feels like it could become one of the darkest seasons the show has ever produced. Everett is still dangerous, the team is emotionally fractured, Tim and Lucy are suddenly in serious danger, and the trust inside the station is slowly breaking apart. The finale proved that nobody is truly safe anymore. And honestly, that's exactly what makes the next season so exciting.